Mm. From the I will lead the NVM Express based specification, revision 2.08, July 23rd, 2021. And please reference these. The first is the legal disclaimer, and I will start it from the table of contents. The introduction, overview, scope, outside of scope, convention, definitions, I command set a specification definition used in the NVMe base specification, NVMe command set a specific definition used in this specification. References and under development. Chapter 2 is the theory of operation, memory-based and message-based transport model, an NVMe storage model, extended capability theory. The third one is NVM Express architect, NVM control architect, subsystem analysis, and the queue models. Command architecture submission and completion mechanism. Controller initialization, shutdown processing, reset, NVM capacity model, keep alive, privileged actions, formula update process, data structure. Chapter 4, data layout, feature values, identifier format and layout, informative, list data structures, NVMe qualified names. Chapter 5 is admin command set, abort command, asynchronous event request command, capacity manage, create IO completion and submission queue command, delete IO completion and submission queue command, doorway buffer configure command, device self-test command, directive receive command, directive send command, format commit and image download command, format NVM command, get feature log page command, identify, keep alive, lockdown from command, NVMe mi receive send command, namespace attachment management command, sanitize command and securely receive and send command, set features command, virtualization management command. 6. Fabric command set. Authentication receive command and response. Authentication send command and response. Connect command and response. Disconnect property get and set command and response. 7 is IO command. 7 is flush command. Reservation require register release report command. 8 it extends capabilities. Asymmetric namespace access report, boot partitions, capacity management, command and feature lockdown, controller memory buffer, CMB, is a CMB, device self-test operations, directives, doorbell stride for software emulation, host memory buffer, host operation with asynchronous namespaces reporting, informative, namespace management and write protection, NVMe overall fabrics inbound authentication, persistence memory region (PMR), power management, predictive latency mode, read recovery level, replay protected memory block, reservation, rotational media, sanitized operations, summit queue SQ associations, standard vector, specific command format, telemetry, and universal unique identifier for UUIDs for vendor-specific information. Virtualization enhancement. 9 is error reporting and recovery. Command and queue error handling, video and data error handling, memory error handling, and internal controller error handling, and controller failure status condition. Annex A is a sanitized operation consideration, imperative, overview, hidden storage over provisioning, Integrity checks and know the allocate after sanitize, bad memory and vendor-specific NAND use. NXP host considerations, informative, basic steps when building a command, creating an I/O submission queue, executing a fused operation, asynchronous event request host software recommendations, updating controller doorbell properties using a shadow doorbell buffer. Table of figures. Oh, we will read based on this figure. NVMe family of specification, decimal and binary unit, byte, word, and the word relationships, taxonomy of transport models, types of NVMe command set, QPR example one-to-one mapping and end-to-end mapping, NVMe over fabric layering, command, command and response capture format, NVMe storage hierarchy, complex NVM storage hierarchy, and single and two namespace NVM subsystem. Complex NVM subsystem, NVMe Express controller with two namespaces, and NVMe subsystem with two controller and one port, and two ports. PCI Express device supporting single root I/O virtualization (SRIOV) controller types. NVM system with three I/O controllers. I/O controllers admin command support, common I/O command support, log page support, and feature support. NVM system with one administrative and two I/O controller, and one administrative controller. Administrative controller, admin command support, log page support, and feature support. Discovery controller. Oh, Discovery controller, initialization process flow, admin command, log page, feature support. Property definition. Offset 0h cap controller capabilities. VS values for 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, 1.2, 1.3, 1.2.0 compliant controller. Offset CH into MS interrupt mask set and mask clear. Controller configuration, CSTS controller status, and SSR NVM system reset, AQA admin queue attribute to, ASQ admin submission queue base address, ACQ admin completion queue base address, CMB controller memory buffer location, CMB controller memory buffer size, BP info boot partition information, BR, BPR cell boot partition read selection, BPMBL boot partition memory buffer location optional, CMB controller memory buffer memory space control, CMB controller memory buffer status, CMB controller memory buffer elasticity buffer size, CMB controller memory buffer sustained write throughput, and SSD, NVM subsystem shutdown, CRTO, controller lytic output, PMR cap, persistent memory region capability, PMR CTL, control, STS, status, EBS, elasticity buffer size, SBTP, SWTP, sustained write throughput, MSCL, memory space control lower and upper, and assign the types and relationships to the memory namespace, and assign types, NVM set an associative namespace, set aware admin command, set an associative namespace. Are they same? Example 1 domain structure and 2 empty and full queue definition, command capture, fabric command capture, submission queue entry information, response capture, completion queue entry format. Data and SGL location within a command capture. SGL example using memory transactions. SGL example using capturation data transfer. Command D word 0. Command format. Command admin and NVM vendor specific command optional. Queue and entry layout. Admin and or IO command set. Completion queue entry DW2 and 3 and space status field. Status code type value, generic command value values, command specific, and IO command, fabric command. Media and data integrity error values. Path related status values. Round robin arbitration. Weighted round robin and with urgent priority class arbitration. Queue creation flow. Admission command permitted to return a status of admin command media not ready. Simple NVMe subsystem. Vertically organized NVM subsystem. Horizontal organized dual NAND NVMe subsystem. Capacity. Information field uses. PRP, entry layout, page base address and offset, list layout for the physical continuous memory space pages, non-continuous memory pages, SGL segment, generic SGL descriptor format, SGL descriptor type descriptor subtypes values data blocks descriptor bracket descriptor, segment descriptor, rest segment descriptor, keyed SGL data block descriptor, transport SGL data block descriptor, SGL read example. PCI vendor ID, VID, and PCI subsystem vendor ID, SSVID. Serial number, SN, and model number, MN. IEEE OUIL identifier. Extended Unique Identifier, EUI64. MLR OUI identifier, extension ID continuous. MA -L similarity to the WWN. Namespace globally unique identifier NGUID or UI extended identifier NGUID similarity to WWN. Controller list format, namespace list format, end-to-end processing, end-to-end construction for all the NVM subsystems. OP codes follow admin commands, sanitized operations, and format NVMe command, admin command allowed. Abort command the word 10, specific status values, status command specific status values, asynchronous event request completion queue entry the word 0, information, error status, smart and stealth status notice, IO command specification status immediate. Capacity management command dword 101112 specific status values queue entry dword 0. Create a IO completion queue PRP entry 1 and command dword 1011 and command specific status values and submission queue PRP entry command dword 101112 specific status values. Delete IO completion queue and submission queues and command dword 10 and specific status values. Doorbell buffer configuration, shadow doorbell and event IDs are PRP entry 1 and 2, and device self-test namespace test action, self-test command dword 10, processing, and specific status values, data pointer, command dword 0, dword 10 and 1 and specific space test values, data pointer, command dword 1011 and directive send, directive receive, firmware commit, and image download, command D word 10 and Q entry D word 0, specific status values, data pointer, data D word 1. The firmware image download command D word 11, command specific status values. Format NVM operation scope, command D word 10, command specific status values. Get features data pointer, get features command keyword 10 and 14, feature identifiers. Completion Q entry keyword 0 when a select is set to 11, 11B. The get log page data pointer, the command D0, 10, 1, 11, 12, 13, 14, and log page identifier. Log supported log page is log. Get log page. Allied supported effect data structure. Allied supported effect data structure. Allied specific field. Get load page. Allied information log entry. Log identifier 101H. And smart health information log temperature sensor data structure. Format load information log. Command supported and effect log. Command supported and effect data structure. Device self-test log, self-test result data structure. Command dword 10 log specific field. Telemetry host initiated log, log identifier 07H. Elementary controller initiated log identifier 08H. Endurance group information log, log identifier 09H. Predictable latency for NVM cell log event aggregated log page. Command D word 10 log specific field. Get log page asymmetric namespace access log. ANA group descriptor format. Command D word 10 log specific field. Get log page persistence event log. Log identifier ODH. Persistence event format. Persistent event log event types. Smart Health Logo Snapshot Event Data Format, Event Type O1H, Firmware Commit Event Data Format, Event Type O2H, Time Step Change Event Format, Event Type O3H, Power On or Reset Event, Event Type O4, Controller Reset Information Descriptor, NVM Subsystem Hardware Era Event Format, Event Type O5. The NVM subsystem hardware error event codes additional hardware information for correctable and uncorrectable PCI errors. Additional hardware error information for controller edit type out exit errors. Change namespace event data format event type 06H. Format NVMe start event data format event types so 07H. Completion event data format event type 08. Sanitize start event data format event type 09. And completion event type format is event type OAH. Set feature event data format. Telemetry log create event data format event type OC. Thermal excursion event data format event type OD. Vendor specific event format event type DEH. Event description format data. The description format and data types code. Get log page endurance group event aggregate log page. Get log page data media unit status descriptor. Get log pages supported capacity configuration list. Capacity configuration descriptor and endurance group configuration descriptor. Channel configuration descriptor and media unit configuration descriptor. Get log page feature identifier effect log. FID supported and effect data structure. NVMe my command supported and effect log and data structure. Command dword 10 and or 10 is a log specified field. And get log page command and the feature lockdown log. And another is log specific field. Get log page put partition log identifier 15H. Rotational media information log. Discovery log page and entry. And the regenerative notification log sanitized the status log, command specific status values. Identify the data pointer, command keyword 1011 and 14. CNS values, command set identifiers. Identifier control data structure and IO command set independent. Power status descriptor data structure and namespace identification descriptor. NVM cell list and attribute list. IO command set independent identify namespace data structure. Primary controller capability structure. Second controller list and entry. UUID list and entry. Domain list and attribute entry. Endurance group list. Identifier IO command set data structure. IO command set vector. And lockdown command dword 10 and 114 and command specific status values. The namespace statement data pointer command dword 10 command specific status values. Namespace management data pointer command dword 1011 data structure for create. Command specific status values completion queue entry dword 0. Sanitize command dword 1011 and command specific status values. Security receive data point command dword 1011. The security protocol EAH security protocol specific field values. The security send data pointer command dword 10 and 11. Set feature data pointer command dword 10 and feature identifiers. The arbitration and command processing command 11, power management command dword 11, and queue entry dword 0. Template threshold command dword 11, volatile write cache command dword 11. Number of queues and command dword 11, and queue entry dword 0. Interrupt coalescing is command dword 11. Interrupt vector configuration command dword 11. Asynchronous event configuration command dword 11. Autonomous power state transition command dword 11. And data structure entry. Interaction between APSTE and NOP-PME. Host memory buffer command dword 11. 2 for 15. Host memory descriptor list and the buffer descriptor entry and completion queue entry dword 0 and attribution data structure. Timestamp data structure for get and set and get features. Keep alive timer command timer dword 11 HCTM command dword 11. Non-operational power state config command dword read recovery level config command dword 11 and 20. 12. Predictable latency mode config command dword 11 and 12. And deterministic threshold configuration data structure and the window and command dword 11 and 12. Most host behavior support data structure and sanitizing config command dword 11. Asynchronous event configuration command dword 11. IO command set profile command dword 11 and the queue entry dword 0. Speed up the controller as command dword 11 completion queue entry dword 0 and get features set features command with the command dword 11. Most metadata data structure, metadata element descriptor, controller, metadata element types, names metadata element types and software progress marker, and command dword 11. Must identifier command dword 11 and data structure entry. Reservation notification configuration command 11, dword 11 and persistent configuration. Write protection command dword 11 and set features command specification status values. Virtualization management command dword 11 and dword 10 and dword 11 and specific status values and the completion queue entry dword 0. Family command types. Authentication receive command submission queue entry receive response. Send command submission queue entry send response. Connect command submission queue entry command data connect response and dword 0 value based on a status code. Disconnect command and response disconnect response. Property get and command and response. Set command and response. OP codes follow IO commands. Reservation acquire data pointer command reword 10 and data structure. And type coding and register data pointer command dword 10 register data structure. Release data pointer command dword 0 and data structure. Report data pointer and command dword 10 and 11 data structure and extended data structure. Registered controller data structure and extended data structure. Namespace BNC optimized through the controller 2 and optimized through the controller 1. Multiple name space groups and an effect on a command processing. Book partition overview and protection overview. Example device self-test. Operation informative. Format NVMe command aborting a device self-test operation. Directive types and directive specific field interpretation. Identify the directive operations and the directive return parameters data structure and enable directives command dword 12. 12 directives stream and stream alignment and granularity. Stream and directive operations. Example multi-stream and SSC. Stream directive and command specification status values. Status directive return the primary data structure and stream directive get a status data structure. Allocate resources and command dword 12 and completion queue entry dword 0. Namespace write protection status state definitions the date write and stated a machine model. Command allowed when a specific or write protected NSID. Examples of TLS secure channel and establishment and authentication transaction of NVMe TCP. Mapping authentication message to the authentication send command receive command. Example of TLS secure channel concatenation to the authentication transaction. Auth negotiation message format. Secure channel protocol identifier authentication protocol identifiers. A failure 1 and a failure 2 message format. Authenticator failure region codes and region and code and exploration. Example of DHHMS tab as authentication transaction. Mathematical notification of the DHMACCHAP. Authentication protocol descriptor for DHHMACCHAP. Ah, CHMA CHM CHHMAC CHAP. DHHMAC chap hash function identifier, Diffie-Hellman group identifiers, challenge message format and reply message format, and success one and success two message format. Dynamic power management and example power state descriptor table, workload hint, HCTM example, deterministic and deterministic windows. DT-win attribute and estimate. Typically reliable estimate example. Read and recovery level overview. RPMB device configuration blog structure requested files or messages types operation result. Content data frames authentication key data flow and read write counter value from the authentication data. Write and read flow and device configuration, block write and read flow and read flow. Example, multi-host system, command behavior in the presence of reservation and sanitize operation of write mechanism. Telemetry log example, all data areas populated, data area to populated, UUID index field, controller resource allocation, PRP list describing IO submission, queue, data queue compare. Thank you. Yes, sir. We will go to the in the next. We will go to the next time to from the introduction. Oh, yeah, there is some problem. Okay. Thank you.